doesn't want to be that girl who takes care of herself, who works out and never lets anything else get in the way, that girl who feeds her body nourishing food and enjoys it, that girl who makes time to hang out with her friends, that girl who's able to balance life elegantly. I mean, I think we all want to be that girl. And I don't think it's inherently negative. I think it's easy to get caught up on social media with the pictures of things, but I mean, it's about how it makes you feel. And if you, once you get to feel that way, want to take pictures of it that show in a beautiful way how it makes you feel, I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. I myself am a very aesthetic creature, and curating things is a really big way that I make my life feel beautiful for myself. And I've seen a lot of videos with really hot takes on this trend, and I mean, a lot of it is about the negative aspect. And I think, like, while a lot of people have said a lot of the things that I want to say about it, that it can be positive, and that you need to take away what it is that you want to take away from it, instead of just looking at the pictures and being like, I can't be that, that'll never be me, and excluding yourself immediately. A lot of people shat on the pictures, you know, and I think that, I don't think there's anything wrong with the pictures. I think that, I mean, last summer was romanticizing your life, and you can get a beautiful photo. It doesn't matter your circumstance. I mean, this looks great. My deck is covered in dog shit because my dogs shit all over the deck. And I can't film inside my house because it's so dark, because it's a board house and it's not painted inside. It's not sealed. It's very dark. I can't film in there. I pick ticks off of my body sometimes at night because the house isn't sealed, and it's tick season. You wouldn't know any of that from this, but you also don't need to know that. I mean, there's this big like vibe that I got from a lot of the videos about this movement. It's not a movement, this trend, that were very, very much like you don't know somebody's circumstance, which is true, but you don't need to darken something beautiful because it makes you feel small. And I understand the problem of misrepresenting your lifestyle if you're an enormous influencer who has a ton of followers, but on a personal level, I don't think that you should feel guilty for wanting to romanticize your life, which I think is what we're all doing with our social media. And that's not to say that some things aren't fake. I just don't think that the pictures are that bad. I think that the pictures are a way that we realize that we want that life, because we can instantly plant ourselves into that and be like, that's what I want to be. So when you're able to take those pictures yourself, it's almost like you've reached a goalpost. Like I am doing this lifestyle in a way that is so true that I'm able to take these photographs, and that feels good for me. I mean, because I can't always, like, there are days when my house is really gross inside and I can't find like clothes that make me feel good about myself, and my dog has destroyed something that I've worked really hard on, and I just am too bummed out to like even clean it up. Like, the house is just a mess. So I can't make myself take pictures. I'll take a huge break from Instagram, like, for a really long time. And I think, like, we do have this culture where it's sort of expected that you're gonna share absolutely everything, but just sharing the things that you're happy about, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think you need to share your sorrows all the time. I think it's up to you individually if you share what you share. This is a rambling tangent that doesn't even have anything to do with that girl. But at least you got me talking. But seriously, who doesn't want to be that girl? The girl who never misses a workout, that girl who takes care of herself, that girl who doesn't let life get in the way of being who she wants to be. I've always wanted to be that girl. And I mean, I wanted to be that girl before social media. Like, that girl has always existed. Like, if you go to the gym, or like if you're in high school, like she's really impressive. Not like, it's not a bad thing. Like I don't think this movement that we need to put down certain people to bring up other people. They're doing something right, and I mean, we're so open to learn about new things, but like when somebody's like, hey, like this is a schedule that really works for me, and I find that I've been very successful since doing these things. I found that my life is better. I found that I'm more productive. I found that I'm able to do things. And when people share that, like instead of being like, hey, that's really, really great advice, I might not be able to apply it myself immediately. Or, you know, maybe I can see how I can try. It's just instantly like, you're being elitist, I can't do that. And I mean, I already said it, but I've been musical chairs around this deck because it's impossible to film here, and I know that not being able to film a YouTube video isn't a sign of poverty by any means. I just mean, like, I don't have that girl circumstances, but I love the concept. I mean, like, one thing that I really didn't relate to with that girl is how I think America-centric and materialistic a lot of the posts seem to be. It seemed to center around being able to go to Trader Joe's and like specific green smoothies and that sort of thing. You know, like brands that I don't have any access to unless I like beg somebody with an American credit card to purchase for me and then wait 2 months for it. Like, it's just not easily accessible. That could have made me feel excluded, but I mean, I also saw it as something that I could kind of mold to my own life. And I think that's the best way to look at any of these trends, is not how it excludes you, but I mean, if you want to anyways, not how it excludes you, but how you can use it to your advantage. I mean, I live in Belize. I was born and raised here, and I would love to see more Caribbean and, you know, international that girl content, just health content in general. And it sucks that it doesn't really exist that much, but my friends are creating it and I'm trying to create it. If there's something missing in the marketplace, I was always taught that that's sort of something to your advantage as somebody trying to brand themselves. I mean, that's your niche. You found something that's missing there. You want to see more content that showcases people who look like you doing the sort of things that you enjoy seeing. I make it. If other people want to see it, I mean, it sucks that it's not there, but it is a call to action more than it's a, wow, I can't be included in this sort of thing. If you want to make the videos, make them. My point is that I want to see this kind of content. This is the kind of content that I enjoy. And I want to see somebody like me, a multiracial person who lives not in the United States and lives a very particular kind of life. I want that kind of content to be out there. So I'm trying to make it. And I think you should do the same thing too. This is all about the content aspect of it. I haven't even gotten into talking about the, you know, actual benefits of it as a trend, but I just get away from the desire to just take the easy way out of something and just say, I can't do that. You can do it. It might not be exactly that way, but you can do it. And it's really easy to just shut down and be like, I'm not going to be good enough. But you won't know how good whatever it is you're going to do is going to be unless you try. And it's really easy to blame somebody who's doing it successfully for keeping you out of whatever it is, and this applies to a lot of things. But in reality, the majority of the time, it's really you. You have to make that first step, and that's why I really like this trend, because it pushed me to. It's like, I like to do these things, and these people are all over social media getting all of this attention for just doing the things that make me feel happy. I wanna do these things too, and it might be a stupid push, you know, to want to get clout, but I think it's just kind of a cultural thing right now. And if it helps you be better to yourself, I think it's a positive thing. It's not a negative thing. I'm going to keep saying that, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, that it's negative because it's Eurocentric, like I already mentioned in my own way, and it's negative because it's exclusive, because it ignores that not everybody can do that. But I mean, you don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. I've always been a fan of aspirational content because it pushes me to, you know, be a better version of myself. It's a mood board. We all love mood boards so much. Last summer was all about mood boards and manifestation, and now it's like, that girl is bad. It's just kind of weird to me, because that girl to me just seems like the amalgamation of all of those concepts just like wound up into like a neat little package of taking care of yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically, and being proud of it. I know it's a bunch of white girls in all of the Pinterest photos, but that's everything. If you search anything, it's gonna be all white girls. Like that's a whole other video. I don't think this trend was ever meant to be insidious or like I'm better than you, or maybe maybe it was. I mean, a lot of things on the internet are I'm better than you, but I don't think it was particularly insidious. I don't think it was to make you feel bad about yourself. I do think that a lot of the people who are participating in it are just trying to better themselves, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with documenting that, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with being proud of that. I think that we need to reframe how we look at things. Everything that doesn't exactly fit our circumstance isn't coming at us or, you know, saying that we suck. I think that there's something to learn from this trend. I think we can all do better for ourselves, and if a trend like this makes you feel so put out, I do think that there's a chance that maybe like you realize that there's some of it that you can take for yourself. You can do it. It's not undoable. It's not like impossible. I just, yeah, like maybe your pictures won't look like that blonde girl's pictures, but they're still gonna be cute, and you're still gonna feel better about yourself. The reason why I really fell in love with this trend, and I think it sounds like I'm defending it so much, is because it really helped me. I'm a really creative person, and aesthetics are really important to me, so I like to see the lifestyle that I want to enter into, that I'm trying to make my own. I'm a really big mood board person, and it's really important to me because it helped me a lot. And I mean, being able to romanticize a healthy lifestyle, you know, it was a big thing for me. I was one of those skins girls in high school and college. Like I romanticized heavy, I romanticized like drug use and just crazy partying and like hating yourself. So it's really great for me. I mean, like I wish that I had found a trend like this when I was in high school. It would have been probably a lot better for me. There are a lot worse trends, and I know that that's also not like a saving grace of this one. It's postulating positivity. It's not there have been worse trends. And this one makes me really happy because romanticizing something good for me is not something that I've always been able to do, and the pretty pictures really helped, and it allowed me to get back in my routine and like what was really important to me, like taking my big old dog out for a walk every day so he doesn't destroy my house, and I mean, and also so that he's happy. I recognize that I am his whole life. Before my first video gets me branded as a terrible dog owner, I love him. He's my life. I take him with me everywhere. Anytime I leave his house, he's a handful. Taking care of him, you know, that's being able to be active in a way that's important for just your whole household. Being able to take care of your animals and keep them healthy and happy, because being active is really important for them too. So if you guys have pets, like it was a really great way to romanticize my morning walks with the big dog. It's stupid. We shouldn't need these aesthetics to like do healthy things, but like for me, it helps. And it helped me make sure that I took him for a walk every morning. That's what that girl would do. It helped me to begin incorporating more vegetables into my diet, which is really weird for me to say. I mean, I was vegan for a really long time, but after I stopped being vegan, like, I went really, really all in on the meat. And it's really easy, like when you're busy, to just like go to restaurants and get whatever's the easiest. And I've been doing that a lot. And this trend inspired me to like go get avocados and lettuce and shit. Like, that's good, right? Like I made a beautiful salad, caramelized those nuts before tossing them in. I sliced guava and like nutrient dense chicken salad, and like I was so proud of it. The video came out so cute of it. It felt good to do that, and it felt even better to see it be beautiful and to feel like I was fulfilling this aspirational lifestyle. It made me want to do it more. And although like I walk the dog every day, like the gym used to be a really big part of my life when I lived in LA, and I think it's just been this one huge adjustment period, moving from there to New Orleans and then driving down here. There's been so much moving around. I haven't been able to get back into my routine, and being able to like I said over and over, romanticize this lifestyle. It made me really excited to do the things that I always used to do. So I signed up for the gym. It's a really cool gym. It's on the beach. I'm really excited. I'm gonna take some really cute that girl photos there. It just made me really excited to be the best version of myself. And I think that is the greatest thing that any of these social media trends can give us. I don't think we should take away pain from it if we can avoid that, if we can tell ourselves that we are still valid, even if we're not doing this, which is important. I feel better when I'm doing it. I know I'm valid when I'm not, but I don't feel great, and I deserve better. I think we all deserve to be that girl in our own ways. In whatever way we can incorporate it into our lives, we all deserve that whole body well-being. And I don't want to say I think we should all aspire towards it, but I do think we all deserve it. And I do think we would all feel a lot better if we, as much as we can, try to incorporate that into our life. Wherever you are has exciting ways to commune with nature. It has creators creating beautiful clothes, beautiful products. You just have to look for it, and you should. Instead of just being like, that's just for white girls who live in LA and, you know, have a lot of money. Maybe that particular version is, but your version isn't. And your version is beautiful. Your version is cool. Your version is honestly probably a lot more interesting than that, because there's a lot of people creating that. Don't feel excluded by trends like this. Just feel excited to make it your own. That is how I always try to be about these new trends. I get really excited because I get to do this my own way, and that's really helped me. That's something that I've been trying to do as I got older. It was really hard for me when I was younger, but I'm really proud of myself for being able to do that now. And I would recommend it because then you can come to these different things with excitement and with joy and with your own perspective and make it your own. I think I'm a lot happier that way. You don't have to go to Soul Cycle. I've never once been to Soul Cycle. There's no Soul Cycle in Belize. It's just do it your own way. And I promise it'll feel great.